I know a lot of leaders in my life. All of them know how to make things happen. And sooner or later, these happenings are showcased in annual reports and stock prices, or portrayed in one form or another as success. And in our social networking world, success includes views on YouTube and downloads from the iTunes Store. While working with and observing leaders, the most impressive success, both in the short term and the long term, includes plenty of visibility for the people that contributed. iLeadership showcases the connections the very best leaders make with people. Those subjective, hard-to-measure practices which make such a big difference to the people they work with and the results they celebrate. We all want the right connections, be it a connection with the best people, the best ideas, the best technology. We want connections to provide a means to what we want in life. The iLeadership application uses your existing connections with the people you already know. iLeadership guides you to improve how you bring out the very best from individuals, including yourself, key workplace relationships, and team performance. Successful leaders understand, respect, and practice the fundamentals in masterful ways. iLeadership presents these fundamentals. Regardless of your background, regardless of your networking savvy, or the number of friends you count in Facebook, iLeadership provides a remarkable guide for leading with and through people. Here's some more history about where these ideas come from. I've been lying in bed more than once and thought, what is a connection? And over many years of looking and observing, watching leaders and reading books, surfing the web, the best that I've come up with is connections are about being alive, not being numb, but about being real and authentic. A connection is about experiences with people that we value and hold on to. But why do we need connections in leadership? The quick answer is you don't. If you don't feel disconnected, then carry on. Yet if you believe there is more to what gives meaning to our lives, then there must be other paths. And the paths that include people are always the most meaningful and successful in the long run. The connection path is about me, is about you, and is about us together, all three. Seems easy enough to understand, but how is this idea any different from other times in history? Yesterday, or today for that matter, regardless of language or culture. And again, more lying awake at night, researching this question with family, clients, and with people that do and do not consider themselves to be leaders. Connections today are needed more than ever because life is moving so fast. With so much stimulus, so much technology, that life is filled with distractions, interference, and noise. Modern life is complicated, and without connections, we are isolated and afraid of what it feels like. If you are a leader and have feelings of being excluded, a little numb, or simply disconnected, then connections is the place where the voices of many gain the power. The places of insight and creativity, places of connection where there is energy and motivation. It is an experience of being in a sweet spot, in the right place, with the right people at the right time, with energy, ease, and flow. So what do connections look like? Connections are where things overlap, like place, time, and people. And it is obvious and easy to understand. A personal leadership connection is the overlap of your attitude, your intention, and your actions. Imagine how successful you would be if you had attitude and intention, but without action. iLeadership is simple to describe. It is where there is overlap. Overlap that brings about outstanding individual contributions. Overlap that establishes key workplace relationships. Overlap that supports team performance. All three. iLeadership is a guide to creating overlaps and connections. Those that practice iLeadership have additional ways to interact and connect with people. They have a powerful path that guides their thinking and their actions. The iLeadership path supports your ability to anticipate, align, and act in all aspects of life, especially when creating success with and through others. Using iLeadership, you simply draw upon your own knowledge and life experience and ask yourself 3 questions. Each of the questions begins with, as I consider this leadership area, what comes to mind as I consider question 1, question 2, and question 3? The task then is to play with the overlap, the connections, and draw upon your own insights as you consider all 3 questions together. For instance, you are working with someone, call them Don. The leadership area is outstanding individual performance. What comes to mind as I consider Don's attitude? What comes to mind as I consider Don's intentions? What comes to mind as I consider Don's actions? Then bring together and connect your own thoughts and feelings about the questions you asked yourself about Don. Draw upon your own experience, curiosity, and on-the-spot insights. You could hold a follow-up conversation with Don and explore each of the 3 questions related to outstanding performance. One of the wonderful aspects of iLeadership is it guides you to explore questions and creates a conscious connection with the people you are with. Don is truly seen, and being seen is a connection in itself. I began speaking about the very best leaders and how they work with people, and went on to mention that iLeadership provides a remarkable guide for leading with and through people. The path is about me, about you, and about us together. It is about overlap that guides thinking and action. Successful leaders understand, respect, and practice the fundamentals in masterful ways. iLeadership introduces and supports these fundamentals. So now we will begin a transition into a discussion and a group exercise.